222. Right, we've got the streaming software working. That's good. Okay, 1 2 1 2 2 2 2 2 2. Hopefully it won't be too distorted. No data. Jesus Christ. Connected. Okay. Let's get that one moving. Okay, that one's moving. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, I think we're here. Okay, if anyone's there, just type something in the chat, and I'll know that I'm streaming all right. If you're getting buffering, also tell me. Hopefully the connection will correct itself shortly. But I'm going to start on the inking process here and capture this. Yeah, we can always wait for a few more. Oh, yep. Excellent. Now let's see. Should be. Let me just see what I'm seeing on the stream here. Yep, that should be visible. Okay. Okay. Let's see now. Here I am just attacking the low-hanging fruit of the hair at the moment. Off. Yes, okay. Hopefully won't get too much buffering for too much longer. Okay, I think we've got green, so we're excellent here. So what are we up to here? Yes, glad to be back on tonight. If anyone's listening. Can see the chat, and I'm just gonna start the process of refining these inks a little bit as I go. Does that look uneven? I think this looks a bit uneven. What I'm going to do is straighten a lot of these lines out. if we need straight lines, we don't need all of these intervening vertices, so we can just dissolve stuff like that. And we're not receiving enough video to maintain a steady stream. Bugger. All right, hopefully this will rectify in about 20 minutes, I think. Oh, man. Let's redraw this diamond. This time with lines. Oh, maybe let's try a polyline. Or actually, let's just draw a... Oh, God. What's going on here? Solid stroke. Black on that. Ah, okay, got it. That'll work. Two, three, four. Dissolve. Now let's move you up here. Okay, that looks nice. Okay, if you're watching and you're in the chat, just say hi so that I know that that you're around. I can that I can be heard and everything is good and the stream is solid. If it's not, I'd also like to know. Oh man, really terrible connection tonight. Just waiting for those first comments so I know that people are around. I'll just keep muddling away here. Should be able to be heard. The microphone seems to be bouncing. That's good. Scene transitions. No, we're good. Display capture. Ah, right. So we've got to kill a bit per second. So just tweak some settings here. Really pay attention to this part. Oh man, I really hope this this irons out soon. I wonder if there's any settings that I can... Hola! Okay, we've got someone. Excellent, thanks. Thanks for commenting. I just sort of needed to know people were around so that... yeah, I'm doing the right thing here. All right. Hello from Argentina. Yay, Argentina. Awesome. How y'all doing there? I think it's a good time for South America, maybe. That'd be great. All right, so I'm going to get on with some inking here tonight. And by inking, I mean doing a lot of cleanup along the way, because that's a lot of the job. Because I need this sword to be solid as possible. I can duplicate a lot of these lines and then just mess with them a little bit like this. Okay, because this is where grease pencil really shares a lot in common with things like Illustrator. I apologize for the buffering if let me know. Okay. Great. Okay, this sword is looking a lot cleaner. I'm gonna see if I can keep those kilobits per second up. All right. All right, so hopefully about 15 minutes should be good. Smooth this out. That's looking a lot better. Excellent. Yep, I don't need you. Let's do this. Wrong thing to duplicate there. We need to duplicate this one. Rotate it ever so slightly. Go. That bit can sort of come in there like that. Ba-dum. Yay! Oh, thanks, mate. Can you all hear me okay? Let me know if you can or can't. Really know that I'd like to know that I'm coming across okay and clear. In about 15 minutes, things should improve because well, there'll be less interference here. Oh, Madrid. I'm using Blender. Yep, I'm using the Blender Grease Pencil tool. This is how I do my speed paints currently, because I get to utilize a lot of the 3D space. As I'm drawing, and so right now there's a bit of a vector cleanup on this sword, but now the sword's looking pretty good. Okay, we're up to 10. How are we going there? My goodness. Ugh. It's up and it's down. Okay, about 15 minutes. 15 minutes, and the buffering should be should be improving. All right. Yep. Let's get some more of this hair in here, shall we? I love doing the contours of the hair. Let's do something more interesting there. Artists working with the grease pencil in Blender should be called grease monkeys. Yeah, I'll take that, John. Thanks, Lewis. Yeah, things have sort of really been picking up over the last couple of years. Really trying to put a lot of time and effort into the YouTube channel and stuff like that, and some really good things have come out of it. Like how you cheat and what's going on? This okay, we'll fix that up in a second. Yeah, like I've had some really good interactions via the YouTube channel, not only with fans, but then a lot of potential work has come out of it. More recently, for the past few months, I don't know if you guys know, I've been part of a podcast, vidcast, whatever you call it, called Blender Nest, which is run by Curtis Holt. Thought I might do a quick shout out to them while I'm drawing here. I've sort of become the de facto editor on that particular show, which is a bit of a fun project to be involved in. Right, I think I'm gonna need some. Rizaki, hey, welcome. Thanks for. Oh, hang on. I'm being a microphone here now, so people obviously can hear me. You can hear me, right? I hope you can hear me. Oh boy. Otherwise, I'm just speaking into the ether. Right, I'm just going to need to... Yeah, we can. Excellent, excellent. Not too loud, not too soft, I hope. Alright. Anomander Rake armor. Details. Just going to get some armor reference up here real quick. There was a bit of armor, chest armor that I was going for. Trying to remember what it was. Oh, I like this. I got a... Yeah. Okay, so we were going to do this thing where... Okay, so we got this thing here. We've got this other ring holding the cape. So we want to have the cape going over the shoulder. Is that right? So we want some... I think we can have... interaction there with the... Let's get a bit of texturing here with the material. Let's get... So if we're going to go over the shoulder, because I didn't want a tangent, over the pauldron here. I really want this to flow out as much as possible. I love how you can do this with the lines. And then you can do things like, okay, let's subdivide. Let's smooth this out a number of times. Yep. Thicken that up. And we've got a really nice line there. Okay, almost there. Looking at some armor designs here. Try to get some idea of what to do across the chest. And there was some interesting stuff. Maybe you can... I don't want to fudge it exactly. See that there was some really nice chest armor that I'd seen in one of the references. This one. Ah, I think I found it. Hello, AKP Coding. Nice of you to join us. Boy, I think I'm becoming an old hand at this now. Okay, let's really straighten this line out. Rotate that out like so. This is going to be smooth. 10. There we go. Looking good. Thanks, man. Okay. Inks are always details, and like I think I've sort of shot myself in the foot a little bit, not deciding on, you know, some sort of armor exactly, or that sort of thing. I should have really thought this through a little bit better. But I think we're going to get something that's passable. And I know that Kelly's a stickler for detail, and he'll probably pull me up on, you know, should have gone with this armor, should have gone with that armor, or something like that. I'm hoping to shroud a lot of this in darkness so we sort of get the hint of what's going on with the armor. Okay, so what have we got here? We got you, which should... Let's get this... oh, actually, I liked what that was doing. Okay, bit of cape there. Cape. Maybe this cape can be a little over this hair right there. So then we can sort of have the hair tucking in behind slightly. Get rid of that point. Subdivide that and smooth it out. Become more smooth in Blender 2.93. Yes. What's going on is, like, right now, to think that it was sort of just in the early stages around 2018, and it's come such a long way since then. I find it to be a pretty solid tool as far as, you know, usability and all that is concerned. I mean, obviously there are some things that you sort of think, this could be better, that could be better. Who needs Adobe anymore? You know, but there's a page that always comes up every now and then. It's like, you know, alternatives to all the Adobe stuff, which is really interesting, you know. And they sort of say, okay, this program could substitute for whatever, and you know, this is a better Illustrator analog, and this is Photoshop, and this is After Effects, blah blah blah. I still have a foot in the Adobe camp, so, you know, I can't really badmouth them too much. Because, like, as a working freelancer, you sort of have to be across what your clients are going to have on their systems. And 9 times out of 10, it's an Adobe product. So if you've got something that can play nice with Adobe, that's a step forward. That's an advantage. So I tend to use Krita for my 2D, which can save out PSDs and that sort of thing. It can even read them. I still have a copy of After Effects because I do a lot of motion graphics still. I've got a job coming up. It's as much as I'd love to, put something like Blender through its paces or do everything in, say, DaVinci Resolve. It's just simpler from a client management perspective for me to just sort of have After Effects there. But yeah, there's a lot of the tool sets there. They're beginning to sort of bleed into each other and sort of improve on systems that have been there. And yeah, like here in Australia, we sort of get slogged with what we colloquially know as the Australia tax. For some reason, we pay more for software, even if it's digital, and we don't know why. I think it's a licensing thing, the way that they license things down here. It's really annoying. So, like, I use Blender when I can because, well, look, I've really gotten the hang of drawing in grease pencil. I really, really love it. Stuff that I'm doing right now is very tedious, but like when I'm just listening to music and not sort of talking to people, it's very zen, it's very calming. I can just sort of sit here for hours and just push and pull vertices. My method's not great. Have I seen your stuff, Ryuzaki? Like, have you posted on the Grease Pencil Blender forum or stuff like that? Just wondering if I've seen it. All right, it's looking cleaner. Yes. I think we're going to a good place here with Anomander. There are some similar programs like Toon Boom, but the advantage of Blender is that natively you are already in 3D environment and the limit is your imagination. Yes, yeah. Well, look, there are some other limits. Like there's the 3D. If I swing around like that, because everything is the closest way I can describe it is it's very much like drawing in vectors. It's endlessly scalable, so you can get you can work in a low resolution to begin with, or just render out low resolution stuff to send to clients and say, how's this, how's that? And then when you're ready to go to print, as it were, you can just bump up that render setting and everything will scale up, right? And that's a real advantage. I mean, that's one reason people use Illustrator, because it's a vector tool. I kind of like the simplicity of the grease pencil because it reminds me a lot of working in stuff like Clip Studio Paint rather than Illustrator. And so while I can do brushes and stuff like that, I much prefer just working as though I'm just inking, and then every now and then I'm just like, there's a bit of a cheat here. I'm just going to go into the vector side of things and move things around and sculpt points and whatnot. Right? It's a real advantage. This isn't straight line drawing, let's be No, it's not. It's not straight line drawing. Straight line drawing. Okay, got it. Yes, understood now. I think we'll put in this contour for the lip a little bit later. Sort of detailing here. But let's get these contour's nice and I'll smooth this out quite a bit. So I'll get this nose going. Ba-da-ba-ba. I flip this face for a moment because I want to see that the nose is looking good from the other angle. Okay, yeah, I think we could improve a little bit, get the line's a little bit more. I mean, I have a crooked nose, but when you're drawing, you need to get the lines right. So that people can sort of follow the contours of the shapes and everything, and we sort of know what's where. And let's get rid of those little tiny, not exactly mistakes, but okay. All right. Okay, we've got about the same number of streamers as last night at this time, which is nice. Okay. Ah, he's looking better. There we go. All right. What we fix up these hands next, because the sword's good. The other things are looking pretty solid. I think I should definitely get the details in here so we could sort of know what's going on. Is this cape going to go like this, or should I stick to the contours that I've already drawn in? Or do we just hide it all behind some hair? That's always an option. It's always a... Love this sort of dark elf aesthetic of this character. It's a really good one to... Oh boy, I'm hoping I'm not buffering too badly right now. Let's see, how much longer should I expect this to be? About 9 minutes. All right. Oh boy. Yeah, the kilobits per second is... Okay, should we be picking up again? All right. We'll get over this next buffering hump and we'll see what happens. Looks like he's got an extra bit of hair. No, that's not going to do. Let's get rid of those bits there. Maybe we can just sort of end these locks here. Make it as though there's a nice big chunk of okay. All right, we're back. Less buffering now. Excellent. Let's see, where are we at with a few more minutes? Yep, good. If you've just joined, hi, welcome. Say hi in the chat if you like. I'd like to know that people are out there. So I'm working away here on this this commission. This is a character called Anomander Rake, if you weren't previously aware. a series of fantasy books. I have on Grease Pencil subreddit. I should really check your stuff out, Ryuzaki. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna get over to the... There's a Grease Pencil subreddit. Great. I haven't been on Reddit for ages, and I think I should... What's the community like there for now in terms of Grease Pencil? Because I sort of want to reach out to a few more Grease Pencil artists. I mean, I've got a couple of courses out and everything, which is really nice. But aside from seeing students enroll and stuff, I'd love to see what others get up to with the tool. All right, now we can begin to... Okay, this has got to be definitely... more consistent. Let's get rid of that contour there. Okay. I've been spoiled by Grease Pencil because I can correct these inks on the fly instead of having to draw and redraw and redraw and lay down new inks all the time. Let's have a look at, see how the pauldron attaches. So that hides under there. Now if we go 1, 2, that should actually work a lot nicer. Real Conan the Barbarian style, yes. Oh boy. You know, I've got to rewatch that. Keep waiting for my girls to be old enough and say, hey, you want to see this movie? James Earl Jones, Darth Vader, your favorite. I got fond memories of watching Conan as a kid. I think it was one school holidays that were just allowed to stay up late. You know, in the days before the internet. Oh man, not receiving enough buffering. Come on, stop buffering, please. How are we looking here? Oh man, the killer bits are just killing me here. Yeah, where was I with my Conan the Barbarian story? Yeah, I think it came at the tail end of like this Arnold Schwarzenegger marathon, and you know, as a teenager, it was probably the bloodiest movie I'd seen at that point. And you know, me and my dad really got into it. And look, I'm sort of I'm a fan of Arnie. I love his stuff. He just brings this joy to everything that he works on. And sometimes, you know, I don't think you go to see an Arnie movie because you know he's going to act really good, but you like to see his joy, and it's always a fun time. I mean, there's actually been some stuff that he has performed excellently. There was a show called a movie called Maggie, which was a zombie story, and he played the dad of a girl who was bitten and was turning, and you know, he had good standing in his community, and as such, the sheriff knew about his kid and knew what the situation was, and was trusting that he would do the right thing, but he just couldn't bring himself to kill his own daughter. And you know, his understated performance was really, really good. Why am I talking about Arnie? Oh yeah, that's right, because we said this has got a real Conan the Barbarian vibe. Yeah, I think it does. So now I've got to get this contouring here. Let's see, we've got blah, blah, blah. Maybe if we do chest piece and strap down like that. Okay. Oh, man. No data. Jesus Christ. Oof. .5 minutes. Okay, about 5 minutes we should get some improvement. Man. Look at this armor piece here. That's right. And we were going to have we got an arm in the way here, which is good. And so we're going to put the muscle there. Once again, I really apologize for the buffering, guys. I said before, my internet's not great, but it should improve in the next few minutes as there'll be less people on in the household. So I'll just keep drawing here. Okay, about 4 minutes. Excellent. Jeez. Let's get this belt detail in here. All right. Okay, it's looking a little bit more consistent there. Okay, this isn't looking like it joins up exactly. So, and there's a bit of tangenting going on. Yeah, sorry about the lag, guys. Sorry about the lag. Oh, God damn it. How long till we... Okay, a couple more minutes. Yep. Okay. All right. Should have stopped lagging. Are we good for now? Alrighty. Yes, right. I was fixing up this thing. We'll redo that. A second. Belt should be able to disappear behind here. I've been seeing a lot of references of this character, and you know, in a lot of ways, there's similarities with Geralt of Rivia, and yeah, Conan the Barbarian is definitely that kind of fantasy style. He reminds me of the Dark Elves from the Elder Scroll series a little bit. So there's going to be a lot of that in the colouring, I think. Okay, we're looking better there. Okay, I think this sleeve could be lower. Maybe we bring that around here. Okay, wait, how do you type and work at the same time? I stop working, I type, and then I go to work again. Join me for more awesome tips on how to type and work at the same time. Subscribe to my channel. All right. It's looking better. Okay, yep, we just got a bit of crossover here, so let's get rid of that. Got a really good mix this evening. Got some South America, Spain, so Europe's online, obviously, which is really nice. Man, are we buffering again? Yeah, let's see how long this is going to go for. 1 minute. One more minute. No. Cancel. Oh, come on. Thanks, Rizaki. Feel free to post a link to the Reddit thread in the chat if you want. I'll check it out. Just so that because I don't know when I'm going to be able to check it out afterwards, and I need to put a reminder down somewhere. Okay, got about another minute of buffering. Hopefully. Right, we need this other hand drawn in. No, that's not what we're doing. Drawing some armor here on the fingers. If I can get one to look good. Just in a minute. Sculpt mode, yeah. I've been getting used to sculpt mode as well. I enjoy it. I guess I just developed my own habits. So like I wouldn't recommend working like I do here with the edit tool constantly. I think the sculpt is definitely the superior way of going, but I just sort of have to teach myself that. I've just recently started to teach myself really basic things like, do you believe I never really used the what do you call those buttons on the side of your Wacom tablet, the ones that give you the modifiers? Yeah, I hadn't used those before. I always was reaching over and using shortcut keys over and over and over again. That was silly. Is there a Bezier tool? Hey, Pink Lady. Yes, check this out. Okay, I'm going to go to Bezier, curve editing. I'm in edit mode here. Bezier, and it gives you a different edit mode. I'm just going to get proportional fall off there for a second, and you can let's subdivide a little bit. Okay, so that you can Bezier handle those lines with ease. I don't tend to use it a lot, just because it's a good tool. And so, like, if you are coming from an Illustrator background, you know just how powerful using Bezier handles is, and you're probably more used to that sort of a workflow. I think my method is somewhere between using a Bezier curve and sculpting, because I've got the proportional fall off. I think what was I saying? It sort of comes from old school habits of vertex manipulation. All right, so how do you vary the thickness of the lines? This is an easy one. Hang on, let me see if I can just quickly remember the keystrokes. Right, you mean like this? Yeah. In edit mode again, if you select a vertex or a number of vertices, or even an entire line, and you go Alt-S, it scales the thickness of the vert rather than the entire line. And that's a really handy tool to have, so that I use that to do a lot of this kind of simulation of line thickness, like an ink stroke, so I can get it just right. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think we're looking a little bit more solid. Now, I'm going to cheat here. I'll take all of these, duplicate, rotate, scale a little bit, duplicate, rotate, scale. Duplicate, rotate, scale again. And let's begin to get rid of the lines that we don't need, or the vertices that we don't need. That one. Link. Goodbye. Yep. Okay. Okay. Let's get this other finger here to goodbye. Goodbye. It's looking neater. Yes, it is. And now let's just fix this up ever so slightly. Subdivide, smooth. Oh man, still with the buffering. Yes, okay. Get link. Right, the buffering should be over now. you're off. Shut you down. Alrighty. Now let's hope we can have a consistent stream now. Hey Senket, how's it going? Good to have you here. So now we've got a very consistent hand there. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Yes. And now we're going to have to do the thumb segment, which is going to be the reverse armor. And we've got a bit of hilt here. Yes, no, because actually, all right. I think this evening I'm just going to get to the inks, the solid inks. I don't think we're going to get onto colors exactly, because, well, look, it's taking the time that it should. It should take. But I kind of want to get these really correct. And I think it's going to be very satisfying to have some good, solid inks down. Looks good for now. Yay, thanks, man. All right, let's get on with this flowing material, I think. Yeah, we need to get onto these. So he's got this piece that sort of comes out like that. And we've got this other piece that sort of is going to go down like that, but it's going to have a bit of a bend like that. It's nice. I think I'd decided on getting another sort of like an under piece there before we sort of have to show a bit of the material on the leg. That's just the contour of the leg, I think. We'll just leave the contour for now. Okay, now this is looking like a bit of a tangent, which we don't want. So we'll move that over like so. Yep. Cool. Yeah. What are we trying to do with this? We're trying to make it look like... I should really just get some material reference. Once again, sorry for the buffering, guys. My internet hasn't... It's improved slightly. I'm going to see what else I could possibly shut down. Okay, we've got an okay. Yep. Okay, I'll just leave that chat open there. Let's just keep plugging away at these inks now. We've got a bit of cape here, which should do this now. Like that. So we sort of have a heavy cloth bending that way. And then we'll have some contours going, disappearing behind this. Begin to sort of do a little bit of detailing here. So, yeah. Okay, I think we've got the main contours down. Now, something's got to happen over here. So I think we've got a bit of pauldron that's kind of visible. Like that. Is it because you are well known that we look at you from different corners of the planet? Your work is really... Thanks, Louis. All right, we should have a good... Oh boy, what do you mean no data? It says excellent. All right, we should have a consistent stream now, guys. So, as soon as I say that, it goes, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth stream. What the... Gah. So annoying. Okay. Let's continue to have that. Okay. All right. Back. I think I know why I sort of prefer... I think I know I prefer edit mode to sculpt mode. And it's because I'm used to the G key for grab, stuff like that. In the sculpt mode, you sort of have to assign a shortcut key for the grab brush and then the sculpting brush and everything. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Some shortcuts you definitely need to fly around like that. Okay, I think there's less. Okay, I'm going to redraw this. Don't like what I'm doing there. We're going to have some cape. I think the pauldron should do something like that. And then we should have something like that for these bits of armor. Okay. Right, that should be fairly consistent. We do need some more hair strands here. A little bit more contouring. Oh man, I'm getting blisters. I've been doing so much drawing these past few days. It's like the most I've ever done, and it's part these speed paints to stay in practice, part job I'm currently on, which is fantastic, and I think I should start to really take care of my hand and you know, like I've got a really bad habit that when I'm working, I just throw myself completely into the job. I don't eat, don't exercise, don't do any of that, and I really, really, really should. Otherwise, you know, bad things happen. Bad things happen. The shape of the fingers is kind of inappropriate. Yeah. Didn't really want to say anything. It's armor. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Hopefully, with a little bit of some on the cut. Does this make it any better? I just don't know. Now that's all I can think about. Okay, I should be doing ink spotting more with shapes than anything else. So what do we got here? We got this forearm here. Obviously, we're going to need something across here. So I'm thinking I'm going to put straps on his arms because I'm a fan of the whole, you know, contoured strap thing. I've always been a fan of it. I think in X-Men, Joe Mad was the master of adding straps, and I've been watching some animes with kids, and is definitely got his inspiration from early manga. The way that they would do, you know, contoured straps on people's forearms and around their heads and all that sort of stuff. But then he would go one better and sort of give this a bit of depth. And I'm just not sure I could do that with this right now. The whole depth thing. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to get the suggestion that this material is folding here. That's right. There we go. And those little tiny lines there just are really giving the contour there. Pink Lady says, in Vector, I draw the heads and figures exclusively with a Bezier tool. I have my own technique for figure drawing. I start from ovals first with Beziers or B-spline in Inkscape. Yeah, I totally get that. I wish I could show you the character that I just did today. I kind of adopted a method much similar to that because I needed to do a character turnaround sheet, if you know what those things are. And it was just easier to block it out with Bezier curves and then worry about the rest. You know what I'm going to do at this point, guys? I'm going to put in a background and... Oof. When did that sword become... What went on here? What happened? Oh my god. Oh my god. What happened here? With these lines? Was this a Bezier thing? I think it was. Okay. Right, I know the fix for this. I need to make these vectors. Okay, did that fix the problem? It did. V vector. All right, did it mess up anything else? Yes. So Blender's a drawing program now. It has the capabilities in it. Where did those fingers go? What is going on? What's going on? I'm going to have to bring back my my inappropriately shaped fingers again. Damn. All right. Oh, man. Anything else go missing? Not that I can see right now. All right. Well, let's bring these back. I'm going to have to do these again. Scale that down. Okay. No, I want to go points, but what's going on here? Hello? Something's up. Something is up. Did suddenly lines get duplicated everywhere, or? Oh, I think I know. Somehow, what's going on here? Something weird is up, guys. I'm really sorry about this. And now I'm going to probably have to redraw all of these fingers. Damn. All right. You know what? I blame the Bezier. I blame the Bezier. What are you talking about? All I saw there was some baguettes. Well, I'm going to have to draw some baguettes again, guys. Armored fingers. Man. Let's start this again, hey? Oh. A lot of duplicate lines here. Let's just save our work. Okay, everything's looking good. All right. Let's get these baguette fingers back, shall we? All right. So I've got the knuckle armor. I got the... I was going to call it a shaft for a second. Thanks, Ryuzaki. I've got fingertip armor. Now let's try to make this look a little bit more. Is there any way I can make this look more appropriate? I don't know if there is. And he has to have armored fingers. Oh boy. Bezier ellipses. At the moment, no, because I've got I'm doing this live stream to just do this this particular commission. All right. Okay, so now we got that. Excellent, great. Now let's get some. I won't actually do too much of that. I don't know if that looks better or worse, to be honest. Okay, link, duplicate, rotate that. Maybe we'll get rid of these lines first. And then duplicate the next bit. Must have pressed Shift D. Yes. Oh man, but like over the whole thing, I mean. All right, so now we'll get this to... I think we're going to darken this up so it doesn't look like, you know. So if anyone's here for the first time, welcome. Good to have you guys around. I've been doing more and more of these live streams lately. And that they've been a lot of fun. And I thought it would be a nice idea to do the process of doing what I do speed paints once a month. I poll my my Patreon supporters. Yes, you can support me on Patreon if you're feeling at all generous. There's a link on my page somewhere. or even in the show description, I think. Yeah, there is. And I poll them once a week and say, hey, what should I draw today? And I give them a list of stuff that they might want to draw, and they get to vote on the subject. And the winner of the vote gets drawn. And it's fan art. So, you know, I don't sell these or anything, but I do make the final, what do you call it? The final render freely available via a Patreon post. Maybe I did that by accident. Extrude. Okay. So, I'm going to see if I can answer one of those questions from here. Hang on 1 second. Let me just get this fixed up. Tweet. There we go. Right, so do you prefer Blender Grease Pencil over other illustration software like Photoshop, Clip Studio, Procreate? I've been wanting to use it for a while, just need that final nudge. I draw in Clip Studio Paint, so I could probably answer from that perspective. I find each has its advantage. Like, you know what? Look, short answer is I really love drawing in Grease Pencil. I've been getting very used to the tool sets and everything. And it's my preference if I was to quickly draw something, just because I'm familiar with the tools. And the tools sort of make a lot more sense to me, and I know that I can very quickly get some 3D effects out. The buffer is back. Oh my god. Okay. It's really struggling. What am I going to try to do? I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try. Boom. And on. Connect. Connect. Connected. And let's see. Come on. Jesus Christ. Okay, the kilobits should be okay. Should be getting a better... Yep. Okay. I'm really sorry about this buffering. What's the time? 10. Okay, so we're going about an hour and a quarter. If it continues, guys, I'll I'll shut it down. I'm really, really sorry. It's I can't really avoid this really crappy internet. Okay. 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 Now I've got excellent. All right. I should be back. Hello. God damn. This is so infuriating. Lag is putting me 1-2 minutes behind. Ah, man, there it is again. Ah, maybe it's just not the evening for it. Okay, look, I'll soldier on for a little bit longer, but I won't expect you guys to stick around forever. Really sorry, guys. Yeah, it's terrible. It's I recommend that you use okay, open widget. Okay, the stream is good. Looks fine for me now. Yes, okay. So I've got good. I'll settle for good right now. I will settle for good. There's kangaroos stomping on my internet cables again. Yep. Look, I can blame them. I'm totally. That's exactly what's going on. Now we've got a terrible situation with the internet here in Australia. I just man, it sucks. It is a terrible system. And you know, it could have been good. It could have been good, but now it's just way too expensive to fix. So we're sort of stuck with this subpar internet in a first world country, which is God. Yeah, those kangaroos stomping. Yes. All right. I think we're looking. Yes. So what I was going to do before I was so rudely interrupted was I was going to put a background in and nut out. Let's use this fills layer, right? So let's bring the world background down quite a bit. There we go. And now in fills, I'm just going to use solid fill. I'm going to do something like this, just really, really rough. Usually I do the bucket fill thing, but right now I'm a bit lazy. And this way I can work a little bit better. I'll know sort of like where the areas need to be filled in and stuff. Okay, so maybe we'll make those pencils now disappear. So we got these really nice inks, so we could do some ink spotting and stuff like that, which would be really nice to do. Let's just take a look at the back of this. He looks kind of good. Yep, and that. Okay, cool. Yep. What I might do is I will tint that fill. Let's go to Vertex Paint. First, we have to obviously select all those verts. And now we'll go to Vertex Paint. And let's just make this a little bit grayer. There we go. In rough animation, I use 5 points in Bezier for a leg, 8 for torso. Feet take most points. In Inkscape, when I interpolate objects, originals and clones with shared node IDs, I move points. Yeah, it's a really interesting way of working. All right, so now we've got this nice solid grey. This is really nice. And what I might do is I might do this ink spot layer. What's an ink spot? Well, basically it's using fills to block out darker and lighter regions. And why I do it on a separate layer is, well, here's one reason. So let's do a fill with the bucket fill black, right? I can do a fill like that. That could actually be a good place to fill. Interesting. Won't do it there. Right, so I've got a fill like that. This is probably going to need a fill here. And then I can bring back the opacity a little bit. Yeah, because the Bezier way of working in Blender is a little bit different. I would use it as a correctional tool, if anything. Okay, so, oh, no, we don't want white, we want black, and we want... to block out that entire area in black. So this is going to be all the ink spotting stuff. And what you got to do is make sure that your inks adhere to the contours that you really want to show off, right? And sort of haven't picked a light direction, but I think it's coming from the upper left-hand corner. So for now, throw in a bit of this. These shapes here. Oh, that's right, yes. Right, we can begin to sort of contour some shadows even. But of course, all this is going to be black. I really want to get a good handle on what should be black and what should be white when it comes to the inks. That might be a bit too thick. I might just use that to thicken lines there. Right. Okay. Just thicken that line there. This is probably going to have to be just a thicker line as well. You see how that's sort of looking like a nice shading technique? Right, so you can sort of really block out what you want spotted. A very nice stylistic approach to it too. Okay. So something like that is starting to work very, very nicely. And we definitely want to ink spot a big chunk down here to hide that, and under there as well. Right. Then we can just play around with, okay, if it's black and white, is this going to start looking a lot more contrasty? Yes, look at that. Look at that contrast, right? Then we can start to mess about with, say, the thicknesses of some of these inks. And I think this chainmail I'll definitely need to play around with. Okay, my buffer is really, really, really poor. So, guys, what I might do is... yeah. I'll save this work. I'll improve on it a little bit and then pick it up from here. So I'm going to end the stream now because the buff. Oh, suddenly we've got excellent condition. Of course we do, Because of course we do. So what was I doing? Yes, I was going to do things like... Question, how do you reduce the number of vertices inside a stroke? Let's say you want to reduce from hundreds to maybe 5 or 8. Oh, that's easy. Let's take this stroke here. Okay, got quite a few points there. Go stroke, simplify. And we've got fixed, adaptive, and sample. Fix is the easiest to understand. We've got fixed, and now down here, we've got steps. So we can step that right up until you've got a minimum, right? And when you're happy with the steps, then you just, you commit, right? That's pretty much it. And that works for, very dense subdivided lines. Okay. So now I'm just going to have both of these unlocked. So if I need to, Yep, okay. So, all right, I'm going to say thanks for watching, guys. This is just ridiculously bad. And I might pick it up on another live stream.